I discovered my boss had taken full credit for a campaign I spent 6 months building. At first, I thought it was a mistake, until he tried to ruin my reputation. I'm Daniel, 32, from Manchester, UK. I work as a graphic designer at a mid-size advertising agency. I've always loved photography and design, turning simple ideas into something that makes people stop and pay attention. My big break came when I developed a fresh concept for a major client, a rebrand for a national coffee chain. My boss, Richard, 44, seemed like the kind of leader who encouraged his team. Charismatic, always talking about team spirit. But behind closed doors, he had this way of twisting your ideas into his own, dropping little comments like, "Are you sure this is original?" when he wanted to undermine you. I brushed it off, thinking it was normal corporate politics. The conflict built gradually. As deadlines approached, Richard became more possessive of the project files. He asked me to keep him in the loop, but then started presenting mock-ups I created as if they were his. I convinced myself it didn't matter, as long as the client saw the work. The breaking point came at the official pitch. Our entire leadership team and the client's board were there. Richard stood at the front, clicking through slides I had designed, repeating lines I'd written word for word. Not once did he mention my name. When the client asked who had crafted the visuals, Richard smirked and said, "I did most of it myself, with a little team support." My stomach turned. I stayed calm. That evening, I sent the client a follow-up email thanking them for their time. I included timestamps, design drafts, and the project timeline, clear proof the work was mine. I didn't accuse Richard directly. I just let the evidence speak. 2 days later, HR called me in. Richard had filed a complaint saying I was disrespectful and undermined leadership. What he didn't expect was the client copying the CEO into their reply, praising my vision and clarity. Screenshots, version histories, emails, it was all undeniable. The aftermath was ugly. Richard stormed into my office, red-faced, demanding to know why I'd gone behind his back. He sent me obsessive messages about loyalty and even tried to block me from meetings. HR intervened, and he was quietly reassigned within a month. The escalation didn't stop there. He started posting vague, bitter rants on LinkedIn about betrayal and ungrateful employees. Colleagues messaged me screenshots, laughing at how transparent he was. His reputation crumbled. The positive turn came when the CEO asked me to lead a new creative team directly. For the first time, my name was on the campaign, my face on the presentation, my voice in the room. And I found a surprising ally in Sophie, a copywriter who had seen everything unfold. She told me, "I've been waiting for someone to stand up to him. We've been working side by side ever since." The twist? The client's rebrand went viral, millions of impressions, national recognition. At the launch party, the CEO raised a glass and thanked me by name. I couldn't help but think back to that pitch, watching Richard steal my words. The night I thought my career was stolen turned out to be the night I took it back for good. And I'll never forget the look on his face when the truth finally burned through his lies.